Hi, Scorpio. Happy holidays. Let's see what messages want to come through for you right now, what you need to know, what's coming towards a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. We have the Protectress, number 9. Your energy is valuable. Protect it well. Strength, boundaries, and amulets. So, this is a very important message for whoever's listening to this, whoever you are, whether you're new here or you're returning. I'm so glad that this message has reached you today because Spirit is like watching over you and wants you to really be careful / be intentional, be clear of where you're directing your energy, who you're allowing into your space, who you're allowing into your home, who you spend your time with, and ask yourself, if this is someone that helps you grow, helps you develop your own abilities, your skills, like, is this someone that makes you feel safe? If this is something that is truly valuable and helps you in some way, shape, or form, or if it's taking away from you. And this is a time where this is some lessons that you've been learning through the year. We're in the last month. As I'm doing this reading, we're in December. You might find this reading months from now. But this is a time where there might be some lessons that you have learned over this last year, and they're coming back up to show how much you've grown. And your value over this year has rose. It has increased your prices, right? Some of you are a business owner. If you're an entrepreneur, it's like this is a time where you may need to raise your prices. You're valuable. You're extremely valuable. Don't forget it. Some of you are underselling yourself, or you're surrounding yourself with the wrong people, the wrong influences. It's just like, I'm hearing you don't belong here. And it's because you're meant for something bigger. You're meant for something more grand. So stop selling yourself short. Stop staying in places that you've outgrown. And I know it might be easier said than done, but this is a time to really come clear, come clean, and see things for what it is. We can see in this card, she's having this like third eye awakening, this spiritual awakening. You could be in this part of your journey where you're starting to get sudden hits, sudden downloads, and something has recently come to light. Something you had been figuring out. I think that this next month, or whenever you come across this next month, could definitely be that final nail in the coffin. Boundaries are extremely important. Pay attention to how people react when you say no. Shout out to the ex-people pleasers or the people pleasers that are working on their ability of saying no. Pay attention to how others respond when you set a boundary. It almost sounded like someone rang the doorbell, but it was something else. But I almost feel like that's confirmation. Like, ding dong, like, yep. Or, just because someone rings the door, you don't have to answer. Someone rings your phone, you don't have to answer. Or you can say no. You don't have to say yes all the time. So protect your energy. I love that in this card. Where's my selenite wand? Where the fuck is it? Oh, it's right here. It's hidden. Her heart. There's this heart, right? It's her heart. And there's all these flowers that are like, it's representing like your heart is opening up, but in the right places where, flowers will only bloom if the weather supports it, if the environment supports it, if there's enough warmth, water, nutrients in the soil, enough love. You know how plants react to vibrations, whether you speak to them in love. Some plants thrive when you sing to them, versus if you're in an environment where there's a lot of yelling and arguing and chaos. Plants don't really thrive the same way that they thrive in supportive environments. You're that plant as well. So if you're not thriving, take a look at your environment. Take a look at also what you're feeding yourself, what you're fueling yourself with. On a mental level, on a physical level. But your energy is valuable, and that's number 9. 9 in numerology does talk about completion of cycles. So you're at that like final push, Scorpio, that final push, which actually my animal deck, these 2 cards came out the frog and the cosmic egg in my pre-shuffle, and this is basically talking about the end of a hard emotional journey, and that the bear was at the bottom, which is all about new beginnings. And you know, it might start off a little rocky, it might not be the easiest, but you'll get the hang of it. Consistency really is the key here. Surround yourself with those that appreciate you, those that cherish you, those that respect you, and give you space to be your most authentic self. Okay, we have crocodile paired with the unicorn. This is heavy, heavy, heavy downloads. I almost wanted to say inspiration for a few of you. It's like you're sitting on these ideas that could really transform your life. But this combination is basically like, keep your eyes peeled, sit on it a little bit longer. There's something that you're marinating on. There's something that's brewing. There's something you're not quite aware of, but your intuition's got a heads up. It's good. It's giving you a little bit of a nudge, nudge, hint, hint. You're getting some clues. You're following a scent. It's like you're a dog digging up a bone. That's the image I'm seeing in my mind's eye. You're onto something. You're onto something. Trust your instincts. And if something is telling you to slow down or observe, watch from a distance, keep your mouth shut, and just... Elephants at the bottom. I'm seeing some kind of breakthrough. There's a breakthrough coming. And yet it's kind of quiet with the lamb underneath the elephant. And it makes me think of saying, in like a lion, out like a lamb. We don't have a lion over here, but maybe you got Leo placements. There's something that's going to become loud. There's something that's going to become known. Let me see what that might be. We're going to get into the tarot after this. Nightingale with the gazelle. So this could be you confronting or speaking in a way that's very direct, and it actually could come across intimidating to others or just intense. Your truth might overwhelm someone or multiple people. You might be scaring some people. What is this? There's some sort of conversation you may need to have. Look, but you see things clearly. Dragon at the bottom, you see things very clearly. And remember how we were saying, you know, be intentional of what you're surrounding yourself with, what you're consuming, what you're indulging into, being very aware, surrounding yourself with the best, the highest of quality food, highest of quality friends, just high quality, nothing less, nothing short of that. And you could actually be calling something out. Gazelle to the nightingale. You might actually be calling out some sort of whale, eagle. What is it? Let me just see. Octopus trying to flip out and the shark. So this could definitely be about someone overstepping a boundary. And you're saying like, hey, I really don't like how this makes me feel or what you did, XYZ. So this is how I'm going to be approaching our relationship moving forwards, or this is what I'm doing. And so I think that could be shocking some others. But this shows with the shark, this has been a reoccurring pattern or a reoccurring situation. It could be with the same individuals. It could be with the same environment, or this is just like different places, different faces, but it's the same lesson. And it's that final nail in the coffin. Oh, there's a lion. Remember I was like in like a... Did I say in like a lamb, out like a lion, or out like a lion, in like a lamb? You can like swap those. So... I think it's in like a lamb because we start with the gazelle. Oh shit. No, we start with the crocodile and the unicorn. And then we out here the lion. I don't know. There's too many cards. But you're about to make something known, but you're waiting for the right opportunity, or you're waiting for the clear moment. When you know, you know. So if something's saying, just wait, sit on this, listen to that. And when the timing is right, you rip that Band-Aid off. Oh, you wax that shit off. Get rid of it. Okay. But pretty intense. Pretty intense stuff. Some of you are asking for a raise or some kind of like, whatever you're asking, you want more than whatever it is that you've been getting or receiving. You deserve more. Okay, damn, these cards trying to talk. Show me clearly what's going on for Scorpio. 5 of Swords, first card out. Okay, it's quite dense, it's quite intense stuff that you're in the middle of. 2 of Cups, it's a sideways. It's not quite reversed, not quite upright, but we'll keep that there. I'm hearing make or break. Make or break. Look, I stopped it. It was probably going to spin itself, but it's sideways again. We have the 2 of Wands. Literally, make or break. You're at a crossroad here. 5 of Coins and then the 7 of Wands. I kind of am getting the vibe that something's finished or there's not much else you can gain from this. And it's actually suggesting to protect yourself. 7 of Wands in the traditional tarot, right? This isn't the traditional. You see this guy, he's holding a wand. He's defending himself. Yeah, something's quite finished or something's quite dead. It's quite done. That final nail in the coffin that we were talking about earlier, it seems to be complete. Although, these 2 sideways, what's the hang up? What's the hang up? What, showing that there's indecision. 5 of Swords. Choose your battles carefully, because you might just get pulled right back on in. Someone's trying to get a reaction from you. Poker face, poker face, right? Crocodile's energy of don't reveal everything all at once. Especially the unicorn. Let them wonder, let them guess, let them contemplate what you're doing. Don't reveal all your secrets at once. Catch them by surprise. Catch them when they least expect it. This 5 of Swords and the 2 of Cups in the, well, it's in the middle. There's some sort of relationship here, but there's a lot of, I'm hearing fury. Okay, or you got some heated beef. It's not banter. And maybe it started off like that, but then when push comes to shove, I don't know why I'm hearing these little phrases. I don't say this in my day-to-day life, but when push comes to shove, someone went too far or someone overstepped. It might have started off kind of like a little friendly, little bickering, and then someone said something that they could not take back. And it actually drove a wedge, 2 of Cups sideways. There's this breaking point, and it's something that's very difficult to recover from. And so this 2 of Wands sideways is like, well, now what do we do here? We're at a crossroad. And it's almost like if you are standing in the middle of these wands, it's almost like not only do you have these 2 options, but you could go down. Like there's all these different paths. You actually got like 4 paths. The way I'm seeing it, if you're standing in the center, which way are you going to go? North, south, east, west? Which way? But something's done, something's finished, something is complete, it's dead, it's just, there's nothing left to give. And maybe the 7 of Wands is showing that there's this persistence, or you have been denying, or someone's been denying if it's not you. You got 2 5s over here. This is the energy of conflict, challenge, struggle. The synchronicities, 5 5 2 2. 5 2 2 5. Sandwich number is what I like to call them. Sandwich number. And then 7. At the bottom, we have the Knight of Swords, the 9 of Cups in the reverse. You're really not happy about it. And that's where you're actually speaking up about it. This goes back to the Gazelle and the Nightingale. You're actually being direct about this disappointment. Ooh. Yeah, someone disappointed you. Maybe you took a break. 4 of Swords, 10 of Swords. A temporary break? Temporary break, because we have the 8 of Wands underneath that. So you're gonna come around to the situation. Maybe that final nail in the coffin, like we were just saying. I feel like I just was got a tickle in my nose. If you just sneeze, bless you. My sinuses, y'all. They've been going through the roof. It's been making me insane. But something came to an end, right? We have that. It's clear. 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. This is the end. Like 10 of Swords, there's truly no going back from whatever this was, probably involving heavy disrespect, okay? And you're recovering from that 4 of Swords, you're healing, you are doing some necessary self-reflection. How did I get here? How did I end up here? What boundaries did I let you know, you let people cross certain boundaries, and maybe you let something slide. You're like, what did I do to end up in this position? And so I'm not like laughing at you. I've been there myself. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I've been there myself. Gosh, we all have. But so this Knight of Swords and the Nine of Cups, you're like looking at whatever this is. You're like, I don't fucking like this. I don't like this. So I gotta do something here. I may need to address this face to face. I may need to cut the cord. I may need to, you know, make a complaint to headquarters. Like, like whatever this is. You're making it known. You ain't staying silent. And you know what that saying is? All these sayings in today's reading. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. So if you're, you know, a little grease, you gotta squeak a little bit. Get known, get loud, be proud. Make it known. Complain, right? If they're and don't be, shout out to anybody with the name Karen, but like, don't be like nagging. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Honestly, it's your life, but choose your battles carefully, because this Five of Swords sometimes says it's not always worth it. But say you buy a shitty product, write a little letter to the company. They might give you a discount, they might give you a freebie, you know. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. If you're not satisfied with something, why are you lying and pretending, oh no, it's fine? You're ordering food, the restaurant, and they give you the wrong plate, or they give you something that you purposely were like, don't have that. I can't eat that, or whatever, allergies. And they bring you that. Are you just going to be like, oh, this is great, thank you? No, you should really stand up for yourself, right? Your energy is valuable. Protect it well. Stand up for yourself. You deserve to stand up for yourself, and you deserve to be heard. And if you're not happy or satisfied with whatever you're experiencing or however you're being treated, you need to make it known. And then you also need to do something about it. If they're not changing, things aren't shifting, and it's just falling on deaf ears, then what are you going to do about it? Are you going to continue to keep tolerating this disrespect? You better not. You better not. You better not. All right. All right. What a reading. Whew. Sheesh. Goodness. Okay. Why is the Five of Swords here? Five of Swords for Scorpio. Anything? Quiet. Five of Swords. We got the Three of Swords. Yup. And Temperance. You're like, oh, it's not that bad. It's just a little cut. It's just a little wound. Pfft, no biggie. But why are you lying to yourself? Because clearly this hurts. Clearly it hurts. Now, you are such a master at transmuting this pain into fuel. You're really good at doing that. But stop playing it. And that's maybe where your pride gets in. Five of Swords, your pride, your ego, where you're like, oh no, this is what I'm made of. This is what I'm built to do. I don't give a fuck. But like, you do. You do. And that's okay to admit it. You're not a robot. You're a human. You're a soul. A very special soul with intense feelings. You feel very deeply. You're very spiritual. Hangman and the Queen of Wands. But again, you have this perception where it's like nothing can break you. Nothing can tear you down. And if it does, it's not for long. And you always bounce back and you turn this energy, you transmute it, and you create. Because Queen of Wands, she's a natural creator. Very, very talented. She is very expressive. She's super healing. She has all the right potions, all the right motions, you know. That's her gift. This is a gift that you have. You're able to also help heal others. There's something about your energy that's very soothing. Even when people are mad at you, they still love you because the love overshines the anger or the hurt or any little petty disagreements or arguments. There's still this level of respect. Well, some of you might disagree. And maybe that's the case. Maybe that doesn't apply to you. But you definitely have this impact, though, where you change people's lives, you change people's perspectives, you leave a lasting mark, a lasting imprint. And you give people, whether it's people from way back in your past or yesterday, but you give people food for thought. You give them a lot to think about. So you really have this lasting impact. Even in arguments. Even in arguments. Okay. I would also say, because we have the Magician at the bottom, Five of Wands, or Five of Swords to the Magician, be aware of you potentially starting conflicts. Okay, Magician is where you are the ones with the tools. You're the one that is creating, manifesting, and waving that magic wand. So this being paired to the Five of Swords, you may have a sharper tongue, and the things that you may say, you might not mean it that way, but the things you might say come across maybe harsh, maybe a little blunt, a little more assholey, bitchy. Okay, and I admit it, I can do the same. I can oh my gosh, I am one to admit it. I can be like that, and I'm like, oh shit. I try my best not to do that no more, but it happens. We all have our days. But be intentional of what you focus your energy on and who you show this side of yourself to, because it creates a ripple effect. So I'm just saying. Okay, Two of Cups sideways. Let's see why the Two of Cups is here. We have a card already flipping out, and we have Seven of Swords. So you may not trust somebody, or someone is proven to themselves as untrustworthy. Ooh, we got that Five of Pentacles at the bottom. Well, if you don't trust this person, you're doomed. This relationship, doomed. It's not going to thrive. Oh, fuck. We have a Five of Cups sticking out. Got all these fives, man. We got 4 5s. Maybe you're 45. But if you're not really trusting, there's no trust, this isn't going to go anywhere. It's only going to lead to bad places. Yeah, but you may be feeling as if someone's hiding something from you, or you may be hiding your feelings towards somebody. Ace of Wands in the reverse. And the Knight of Swords. It's almost like Four of Swords at the bottom. This feels like someone's trying to bait you. It feels like someone's trying to get a reaction of you, especially with this Ace of Wands in reverse, because it's almost like hanging like a dangling carrot to get you to react or to get you to chase. I'm also seeing an energy of chasing. Like someone maybe is trying to get you to run after them. If they're giving you the silent treatment, they're playing these mind games. They're trying to get you to act in a way that's irrational, that's impulsive and childish, or they're trying to get you to play the game. But babe, you the referee. Four of Swords. You're like, I'm sleeping. I ain't got time for this. I'm healing. I'm resting. I'm recuperating. I'm protecting myself. Protect your energy. Protect your energy. He's in his armor, right? In case he needs to get up and defend. Knight of Pentacles. Five of Wands. Wow, all these fives. Okay, what's this? Two of Wands sideways. Two Cups at the bottom. All these twos and fives. Two of Wands sideways. Ace of Cups. This fellow on that Knight of Swords, on that Two of Cups sideways. Okay, so emotions definitely. Really? Ace of Cups versus the Ace of Wands. Head over heart. This is the ultimate head versus heart. We're talking about this Two of Wands, this smack dab in the middle. Head versus heart. What are you gonna choose? What are you gonna do? Right? Your heart is saying one thing. You care about this person. You love them. You feel so deeply. And then there's another side logic that's looking at the facts and looking at seeing things for what they are. This is maybe some conversations that you're having. Even that, if this is a combination, let's pretend this Two of Wands isn't here. Pretend it's gone. This would be discussions about how you feel and communicating how you feel, and vice versa. Could talk about symbolism. What am I fucking saying? I can't get my words out. This could be saying, oh my god, I'm sorry. What the fuck am I saying? I don't even. Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups could definitely be saying someone is speaking to you, but it's very like emotionally driven. So anyways, let's get one more. Two of Wands for Scorpio. Justice. Four of Wands is at the bottom. Well, no matter which way you go about this, whether you choose to follow your heart, whether you choose to follow your logic, whether you choose to have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of a combination, I see justice is taking place, balancing of the scales. This seems to work out in your favor, win-win outcome. And if this is about you and another person, I do see Four of Wands, Tower in the world. You know, things could improve for the better. I am seeing 100% like a cycle is closing out. A new cycle could definitely be beginning, right? These aces all about new beginnings. So this is telling me you're closing one door and opening a new door. And this may take a surprising twist, right? This might take a surprise turn, especially with the Tower, because this might not be what you anticipated. Or, I mean, honestly, that's Five of Pentacles. I figured that this was done, but it's telling me otherwise, that unless these aces are representing something completely new. And if that's your choice, that's your choice. Everyone has their own life and choices to make. What you might decide, someone else might choose otherwise. But what I'm definitely seeing for all of you Scorpios tuning in, this cycle that keeps on repeating itself, it's done. It's finished. It's over. You get to choose this new cycle. You get to choose this new path, whether you want new love, whether you want to speak your truth, whether you want to have a heart-to-heart, whether you need to confess something, get something off your chest, whether you want to repair any broken bridges. It is all up to you, my love. But we got, oh my goodness, we got all this major arcana. All this major arcana. This is significant, and this is powerful, and this is potent energy that you're working with. Okay. So I want to see here this Five of Pentacles, because I thought when we just had the first set of cards, I was like, yeah, this is finished. But let's see here. Five of Coins. Hierophant. You learned your lessons. You grew from that period. Okay, 5 to the 10 of Pentacles. That's a big jump. Okay. Knight of Wands. That fell on Justice. So kind of what I'm seeing here is that there's a loss, but in a way it doesn't really rock your boat because your foundation is already very much established, so you can afford this loss. It's not really your loss. It's not your loss. It's not your loss, is what I'm hearing. It's really not your loss. And the direction you're moving towards is something better. I think we had a message like that come through for Scorpios recently. You're moving toward, so if you've reached a dead end, right? Something came to a dead end. There's no going back from this. It's a dead horse. It's directing you to someplace better. This is a new house, if this is a new job, if this is a new relationship, whatever this is, this ending, necessary, redirection to this amazing opportunity. Bringing in a lot of abundance, bringing in a lot of happiness, bringing in so much stability. But yeah, I mean, this Five of Coins, I don't think it really affects you. Not in the way that would be negative. I don't think this affects you in a negative way. Page of Cups, Two of Pentacles, the Lovers. Someone might apologize, but it's up to you of whether or not you want to let them back in. You give this relationship another chance. They could have soulmate energy. They may also just be karmic, right? You got all these different soulmates in this planet. So it's really up to you. So Seven of Wands. Let's see what this is. This is the energy of you also rising above from the struggles and the people and situations and all these challenges you've been facing. You're rising above that. Seven of Wands for Scorpio. Five of Cups in the reverse. Amen. Okay, good. Six of Wands to try and flip itself out sideways. We'll keep that. Why not? Seven of Wands. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Okay, and that fell back on the Two of Cups sideways. So some of you, you're flat out like completely done, finished, over it. Okay. I would also say that with this 10 of swords in reverse, the worst is over. Amen for that. Chariot. Yeah, some of you are moving. I'm seeing like moving or travel for some of you. But so 5 of cups in the reverse, you're getting over some sort of disappointment. I see you're healing. You're looking at the glass half full rather than half empty. You're looking at things from a more positive, optimistic viewpoint, and you're also not really deeply affected the way you were before. So when the 6 of Wands came out, it did flip out sideways. But for it being upright, 7 of Wands to the 6 of Wands, this shows support. This does show support, or you are being supported in this direction. Now, since it came out sideways, not everybody supports you, and whoever that's not supporting you is the people that were like trying to rage bait you, trying to get you to react in a way that is out of your character. We did talk about that earlier, right? I completely forgot about this because I so many different messages. You got to use your discernment, babe. But there was that trickstery mind games sort of individual trying to get a reaction, that dangling the carrot. And also we're talking about like trust and lies and deceit. We're talking about that earlier, right? And so that 6 of Wands, when it flipped out sideways, it hit that stack. And so I'm like, yeah, whoever that's playing these games, whoever that's messing with you, I don't really see them really happy about this or supporting you on this, or because they don't want to see you up and happy. They would like and prefer for you to stay down, for you to stay stuck on them, for you to be unhappy or miserable, or, you know, because they feed off of that. So, but that's irrelevant and that don't matter. It shouldn't matter. It doesn't anymore. And if you are receiving any attention that isn't the greatest, I would say tune it out, ignore it, give little energy to it. I'm seeing in the 7 of Wands, there's this tarot deck. I don't have it. I can't even remember what it's called, but she's in this bubble and these wands are outside of the bubble, but it's like you're in your own bubble and it's like nothing can enter your space or nothing can affect you. Like you're divinely protected. So that's what this feels like. And I also see here with this combination, 6 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, your 10 of Swords reverse, you're very, very relieved and happy to be over with this ending. And some of you had a public trial, right? We had justice over here. Some of you dealing with legal matters or people of authority, but I'm feeling like some of you went through a very, very public ending. Maybe it had a huge effect on your public image, your career, what you do for a living, in your workspace, your company, your brand. For others, if this is more like relationship, personal stuff, this could have affected the way your family or friends, or just like your peers, people that you see on the day-to-day or on the regular, maybe you go to school with, or friends of friends. Like this may have affected your reputation in some way. But you're also kind of proving people that you can bounce back from that, and so can they. Or like you're setting an example, you're setting, I'm hearing you're setting a new trend, or like, I don't know how that's going to resonate, but I see you bouncing back and proving people wrong. You're proving yourself wrong, you're proving other people wrong. Feels pretty damn good. You're not letting them get the best of you. Whoa. Oh my God. That was intense. We have the Chariot, the Fool, Knight of Cups at the bottom. Definitely seeing new love for some of you. Get out of your own head. I'm seeing you might be overthinking this. Take the leap of faith. Take a chance. See what it has to bring. Oh no, my throat's getting dry. Ugh. Sinuses acting up. Throat acting up. Oh, but I gotta go. I hope you guys found this helpful and insightful. I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you for all of your support. Private readings are available down below. I'm probably slowing down towards the middle of the month because we have the holiday, we got Christmas coming up. So just a heads up. And there's quite a lot of bookings. I'm kind of tight on my schedule. So just be patient with me. All right. I love you so much. I'll see y'all later. Bye.